Well, it's harvest time, so let's take a quick look back to the end of March when we planted the seeds for our little garden. Magnus Aiden, you were such a huge help when we first started our garden. You helped me pour the soil. Then we planted all the little seeds that would grow into our garden. Finally, we watered them and put them out in the sun. Now it's been a little more than 3 months, so it's time to see how our little plants have grown. Let's take a look. Hello there, Magnus Aiden. We have something special with us today. What is this? Something from our garden. That's right. We grew 3 different types of plants. Do you remember what we grew? What's growing in here? Look here. What's growing in this one? What is that?
Carrot.
A carrot. This is carrot. What's growing in the middle? What's this one here? That we have. Look, we have this picture right here. What is this that's growing?
Onion.
Onion. And what's growing in the last one over here? Radish. So we have a carrot, an onion, and a radish. And today we're going to do something really special. We are going to wash them off and see what vegetables are growing here in the soil. Are you ready to see? Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, as you can see, I put a basket in our sink, so just in case we get a little dirty, we're not gonna make a mess of our whole kitchen. So let's start with our radish. We'll take our radish out, I'll move this over here. And what we're gonna do is we are going to pull our radish out. Whoa, well look at that, Magnus Aiden, it's the shape of the planter. And now we're gonna rinse off some of that soil. Let's see what we have underneath. All right, it's a good thing we have this basket to catch the soil. I'm gonna rinse off all the dirt. I'm excited too. We'll get to see the radish that's growing in here. Whoa. That's all right, our basket's tipping. Oh, that's okay. All right, let's see here. Got a lot of little roots growing in here. I don't know how big our radish is gonna be, but let's take a look. Let's take a peek at what grew under the soil. Well, buddy, not much of a radish growing under the soil, but you can see where the plant that grew on top meets the roots and the soil where it grows underneath. I expected to see a little radish growing here, but I guess we needed to give it a little bit more time for it to grow into a full-grown vegetable. Next up, let's take a look at our onion plant that was growing here in the middle of our little planter. Let's take it out. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna pull the onion plant out, try to get the whole thing to come out. There we go. All right, we're gonna knock off some of that soil. and see what we have growing here at the bottom of our onion plants. Onions and radishes and carrots are root vegetables, so we have to get rid of some of the soil and see what was growing underground. Down at the bottom, these are tiny little onions that are growing. Now we had them in a small planter, so they didn't grow very big. They would have grown bigger out in our garden outside, but there are some baby onions that are growing. We have a couple of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have a whole bunch of little onions growing. So let's see, let's take off some of that dirt so we can see those onions better. Oh, they smell like onions. You can't smell it on the video, but I can smell it here in the kitchen. All right, let's rinse it off a little bit. Okay, take a look at those onions. Hooray, take a look at that, buddy. I'm gonna show you in a second. Okay, last but not least, we have our carrot plant. Our carrot was growing right here in this last spot in our planter. So let's take it out. And we will pull out the carrots if we can. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. The soil comes out in the shape of the planter. Looks just like this. Now let's knock off some of that soil and see if we can find the carrots growing underneath. Oh, I can see them growing out of the top. Let's see if we can get a good look at these. Look at those little tops. I see the tops of little carrots. All right, let's peel away some more of that dirt. Oh, these are the tiniest little carrots ever, but let's pull them out of the soil and get a good look at them. I've got 2. Oh, looks like I've got 3, 4, a little tiny one, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 little carrots. Look at those tiny little carrots. We need to find a tiny little rabbit. All right, these are our carrots that we grew in our planter. All right, Magnus Aiden, I'm going to give you a closer look now. Take a look at some of the things we grew. First, we have the radishes. We grew 1, 2, 3 radishes. They have stems and leaves and roots that were under the ground. Pretty cool, right? You want to look at another one? All right, we did the radish. Let's get the carrot. You asked for it and you got it. Here are the carrots that we grew. Now, we grew a bunch of carrots. I see, help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good. We grew 7 carrots. Oh, they're so tiny. Look at this little tiny carrot. Oh, we should give it to the bunny that lives out in the front yard. You want to leave it out for him? That's a great idea. Now we have one more. We saw the radish. We saw carrots. And so what's the last one? No, we did radish. We did carrots. The last one is onion. Let's go get the onion. Here are our little onions. Now let's take a count. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 onions too. We had 7 carrots and we grew 7 onions. The onion is the little white part at the bottom, this little ball at the end. Onions. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it? We grew these ourselves. We planted seeds in the ground, and then we watered them and took care of them, and now we have some onions. That's pretty cool. Here you go. 1 onion, 1 carrot, and 1 radish. Three different vegetables. Great counting, super gardening. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna feed those veggies to our bunny. We don't have a pet bunny, but we do have one that lives in our front yard under the tree. So let's drop those off for him. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. What do you think? Good. All right, let's do it. We have a family of bunnies that live here under this tree, right by the bunny statue we put there. So right where they live, we put this delicious buffet of root vegetables. They're gonna love it. They'll come out and they'll munch on some radishes, or they'll enjoy some carrots, or maybe they'll munch on some onions. We'll have to see which one they like the best. Yeah, everybody, here's the buffet for our little bunny family. They're gonna be munching on the vegetables that we grew. What do you think of that? That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, say, have a good meal, bunnies.
Have a meal, one.
All right.
Meal two. Have a meal three.
Right, 3 things for them to have a meal with. Radishes, carrots, and onions. If you were a bunny, what food would you like to eat?
A broccoli.
Broccoli? Oh, next time we'll grow broccoli for our friends. Great idea.